I'm Aaliyah, and you're watching Society Icebreakers.
How you been? How you been?
I've been good. How
That's
about
good.
you?
That's good. I've been good too.
That's
I got
good.
7 questions for you. Are you ready?
Yes.
What inspired you to start your nail tech business, and what was the hardest part in the beginning?
During COVID, I seen other inspiring nail techs, doing their thing. They're in their suite, have their clients, their own
Yeah.
space. That like motivated me to, start doing that myself.
hmm
I was at a point where like I had just dropped out of college, didn't know what I was doing in my life. And it just like I got that same vision. Like I could see myself doing that. And, I have the talent, I'm into drawing, into painting, I'm into like crafts and stuff. So, I feel like I would succeed in, doing the nail art and very like business oriented, like very ambitious,
Yeah.
very organized. So, I feel like I could see myself like having that career.
No, definitely. Being a business owner, how difficult it can be.
Yeah, it could be very difficult because, you're doing it all yourself.
Yeah.
You're creating the content, you're doing the work, you're, doing the inventory, the restocking, the cleaning, talking to clients. It could be a lot. But, I wouldn't trade it for any other job. Like, I actually really do love what I do. And I feel, very empowered having my own
Yes.
business. And I just feel like such like a leader,
That's so
yeah.
tough. Guys, I'm gonna give you a fun fact about Aaliyah. She do this full time.
Yes,
That's
yes,
really big.
yes.
Come on, black people with it. Yes, back. Come on, that's really big. Like
Yes.
when I started my podcast and my brand was selling shirts and
Yeah, like what
everything,
made you want to start your podcast?
I really thought about like a lot of things like therapeutic,
Mm.
just due to the fact because I'm a counselor. So that's everything I do is therapeutic, try to reform people's mind and everything.
Did you get into counseling?
Due to the fact I lost my brother. So
I'm
like
sorry.
one day Mel came in from a job that had his name on it. So I looked the job up and I graduated college. It had a position for counseling. I didn't know nothing about case manager at all. So I just took a chance on it and everything is history. And I really enjoy it and I really like it. But that would really make me start like doing this because I feel like we all go through things, but we just never say things.
Mental health is starting to become big. Back in the old generation, I feel like
It was hidden.
there was no therapy. Like nobody talked to each other. Like even like my own family, I noticed that like nobody talks about their feelings.
Yeah.
Nobody talks about like what they go through. Like even like before my mom's generation, like my grandma, she said that she had people pass away in her life, and she would just be like be upset for one day and then just move on.
Yeah.
Like don't even give herself like time to grieve and like just like feel her feelings, like talk it out with somebody. They just think that that like shouldn't happen. Or
And I definitely agree with you talking about because it's like mental health is really so big that I feel like the world should be like making it a spotlight rather than like a hidden thing because it's like there's a lot of people going through things but never speak about it. A lot of people are gonna be scared to ask for help because it's like, you know how black people are. We don't really want to see therapists at all because we
think,
nervous.
Yeah, right. We're
But
scared of being judged.
yes,
And people think you crazy. Like no, people just going through shit. Not everybody can just take it to the chin and just act like nothing happened. Like some people really need to process like how they're feeling. Yeah, I even went through like a phase too where I just had to like I was just like in like a deep like dark place, and I feel like it was necessary though, like for me to go through that and process the feelings, and eventually like I got out of that. I feel like I haven't been back to that dark place, but I feel like it was necessary. Like you have to go through the bad to get through the good. Like I just started my business. I had it for 2 years. November 1st actually made it 2 years.
That's great, bro. 2 years. Wow, that's big.
Yeah, I know. I've done a lot within the 2 years, but before that, I even had this vision. You know what I mean?
For real?
Yeah, like that's how like deep like I was into that depression. I didn't have like just no vision for myself. Like I just couldn't. I couldn't even see myself where I am right now. To be honest, yeah.
So how did you get out of it, like being in that depression mode?
I think it's really like honestly just like going through it, to be honest. Like really just like feeling the feelings. Like I kept telling myself like I don't want to like feel like this anymore. And it was really just like kind of like small stuff that got me out of it, such as like, getting to fitness, like going to the gym, like just kind of sweating off dark energy. Like I said, like watching the TikTok lives, like that kind of gave me that vision. So honestly, keeping that vision in the back of my head is what motivated me. And then, also think about like my family too, like what they were thinking. Like, I don't want to be known as like, like the girl who just like stayed in bed all day, did nothing with their life. Like, I want to be known as like, oh, my daughter, she's a business owner. She has her own business. She's doing her thing, like that's how I want to represent myself. So I told myself like, okay, what do I have to do to get there? And, every day I just told myself like, just take one step at a time, do one thing every day that can get me to that vision or that goal that I saw for myself.
And that's big because it's like, and that's why I always tell like a lot of people, y'all gotta like give yourself chances. Like I understand that we all go through bad timing, trials, tribulations, but you gotta give yourself chances because if you never give yourself a chance, you would never see this vision at all. Like there's been so many times where I wanted to quit on my podcast due to like going through so much, me trying to handle shit, and it's like I can't. And it was to the point that I was close to giving up, but with having people in my corner and telling me like, yo, what you doing? You're tripping. Like, come on. I would never see everything that I'm doing. So I really applaud you because like there's females out there, even young ladies out there, listen to what you're saying and you just gave them the greatest advice ever is to keep going, to fight through it. Because a lot of time people just want to use medication to numb your feelings, and I'm not for that at all. Because you gotta feel it.
I did therapy and they tried to push that, but I don't know. Something was telling me that like that just like didn't align with me. I think I just had to really just kind of like go through it. Literally, like that's the only way to get to where you want to go is to go through it. You can't go around it, underneath of it.
Exactly.
Like you have to literally go through it and just get through the other side. That's all you can really do for real.
No, exactly. Man, I'm proud of you.
Yeah.
Because you motivate me, honestly. How do you grow into becoming a hair lock influencer on TikTok? And what advice will you give to someone who just started? I understand you don't got locks no more.
Yeah.
But guys, she really big on TikTok. And what's your TikTok?
Yeah, locked in.
And what's your nails too?
Acrylic nails, but with a kick. So kind of copying off like the nail tech. I was actually inspired by other girls who had started their lock journey. Kind of in a phase where like I didn't know what to do with my hair. Like there was really like no styles I wanted to do. It was expensive. So I did my research on locks and I just like the benefits of it, just like it was very low maintenance. It took me a while to make the decision, but I ended up like, booking with a loctician and getting it done. And I decided that I wanted to document the journey too. Honestly, it was for myself, but I wasn't expecting to like go viral off of it. I think I went viral on like my third video and I got around like 100,000 likes.
How did that feel when you saw that?
Shocking.
I'll be hyped as shit. What?
No, right.
I'll be hyped.
I was hyped. I was so hyped. And it honestly motivated me to keep making like more like hair content. And, like take it a little bit serious. Like you never know what you can get out of it, like brand deals. I've been seeing like a lot of content creators get paid off of it's called like TikTok creator fund or something like that. You have to have like a certain amount of followers and likes in order to qualify. So I was like, let me like take it a little bit serious. But then I ended up having to cut my locks. That's another long story. But yeah, it was definitely like an experience and I definitely want to get back into it. Maybe just like kind of pivot, maybe focus more on like my natural hair and like I said, branch into other stuff like lifestyle and like relationship stuff and stuff like that. But
what made you want to go into that route, like lifestyle and like relationship stuff?
Just because I'm very into like I guess like I don't know if you heard it, it's like the soft girl era where like you really just like taking care of yourself. You're going to the gym, you focus on your health and just like self-care, like taking care of yourself. And I see like a lot of relationship couples too like make like funny relatable content. I've been in my relationship for 6 years now, so I feel like
that's big.
I know I feel like we have a lot of experience being in a relationship, and I feel like we can also teach other people what it's like being in a relationship and just like being relatable to other couples too. So
that's big. With you having all these type of business, how your man like supporting like keeping you going?
He's been very supportive, like from the jump, even before my business. Like, he's been there for me, even like all the way through my depression, you know, he was always giving me like motivation, like motivational speeches, and, you know, really like pushing me, but not pushing me too hard, but like he would like still be there for me, just kind of like helping me get that vision. Like, now he definitely been there for me, and even like with my business too, you know, he's helped like put money towards like my supplies, help me like put money towards my suite. You know, he's always listening to my problems. Like, he's been there for me. There's so many times that I've cried, so many times that I wanted to give up on my business, and, you know, just everything. He has been there for me through literally everything, like me ranting about clients, me just, you know, frustrated with the business and stuff. Like, he has just been there.
No, honestly, and I definitely can relate to that, because like with my girlfriend, when I first like started dropping clothing and everything, she brought 5 shirts, and I was selling them like for $20. Now I always told her, like, you feel me, you can get it for free. Like, I'm the owner, but she always wanted to support me, and I really appreciate that, honestly, because it's like
you need that.
You need that motivation to keep going, and like she'd be the first one to tell anybody. Like, and one day she came to me, she like, I can't wait till you make it. Like, honestly, and that shit be feeling good, because it's like,
because you don't have like anybody else. Like, I have no family, no friends. Like I have my family telling me like, oh, like doing nail not a real job. Like, you're not gonna be successful doing that. Why don't you, you know, get into like something a little more stable, like a medical job or something. But I'm like, I don't see that for myself. Like, that's not, like, it's not in my heart. Like, I want to do that. Like, I want, you know, to be a business owner, do the nails. But my boyfriend, he saw my vision. You know, he was like, yeah, you could definitely do that. Like, you know, I could see you doing that, supporting me, telling me all the supportive words, you know. So yeah, he helped a lot.
He definitely sounds like a great guy, honestly, bro. Shout out to him. Shout out to you.
Yeah, shout out to him.
You have so many different talents: nail, hair, and art. What made you pick up drawing, and how does it connect to your other creative work? She's a great artist.
Thank you. I don't showcase like the drawing and the painting as much as like the nails. Honestly, I've started that like since I was a child.
For real?
Yeah, that was like kind of like an escape for me. You know, besides like playing with toys, like sometimes like I'll just, you know, be to myself just drawing. Like, I don't know, just like an escape for me. It was very like therapeutic for me.
Yes.
So that's how I got into that. With the nails and the drawing, I feel like it all ties in, because you get to be creative. Like, you can draw anything, you can paint anything. Like, you know, you can paint your story, you can paint landscapes, I like to draw like cartoons and stuff, and I like to turn it into like black cartoons, like, you know, like that, like black art. Just because I feel like there's not enough like black characters, so this be fun.
Honestly.
Yeah, I just feel like it's fun like turning it into that. But yeah, it all involves like using my hands. I feel like I'm gifted with my hands. I've also done like hair, I've done lashes, like the nail art. You know, it all ties in.
Crazy.
You know, I'm using my hands, and and you get to be creative. You know, there's so many different trending nail designs that you can do, different type of lash styles. You know, different type of drawings, paintings. So yeah, that's how all.
No, that's tough. That's tough. What's something you think most men don't understand about women? Why do you think there's such a disconnection between men and women?
I think the disconnect between men and women is that I feel like we try to blame each other and argue with each other instead of really understanding. I feel like men feel unseen and women feel unheard. And I feel like if we, and it kind of like builds up a wall. But I feel like if we both just like drop our egos and really try to understand each other from each other's perspectives, I feel that we would eventually realize that we both want the same thing.
Yeah, and I definitely can agree with that.
Seen, heard, and understood. That's all it really comes down to.
Nah, honestly, and I just feel like communication play like a big role, like honestly, because it's like a lot of times, sometimes you have a male who see it this way, and sometimes you have a female seeing that way. Instead of just trying to have one point, why not come together and look at like each other point?
And it's only just defending your side.
It's exactly.
You gotta see it from their perspective too, you know, and try to come to an understanding.
And it just be hard, because it's like a lot of time when y'all both like each other and y'all are exactly the same, it's hard for your feelings to get across, because sometimes when you mad, nobody want to hear it. And that's really be like like the disconnection. It's like the space. I feel like sometimes, like if you give each other space instead of just come together once everybody really mad, it would help a lot, honestly.
Yeah, it's so crazy you say that because me and my boyfriend have a conversation all the time. But I think it's because of the different attachments. Like,
Yeah.
you know what? Okay, there's nothing wrong with wanting space. I feel like you said, communication is very big. As long as you communicate,
Yeah.
hey, I need like 15 minutes, just calm down, and I'll come back to the conversation.
Yeah.
I feel like it becomes toxic when you just walk away from the conversation.
Yeah.
And now the woman feels like unheard, like because they feel like you're just walking away. You don't want to hear anything that I have to say or try to understand where I'm coming from.
No, exactly.
So that's why I feel like, communication plays like a big part in
Nah, for real, honestly, like,
Yeah.
it'd be hard because, like, I really have to work on myself. Like, when I
No,
give out
both of us,
space,
yeah.
I be, man, I don't know how your boyfriend is, but I motherfucker give out like 5 hours.
That's how he is. And as an anxious attachment, I'm
It's
thinking
hard,
like,
man.
oh, like he don't want to hear me. Like, oh, he's done with the relationship. He's leaving me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like my mind is spiraling. If you let me know, okay, like I just need 1 hour to just calm myself down, think to myself, then I'll come back to the conversation and we can have a calm conversation. But you can't go 24 hours and you have to make some type of compromise.
Now bro, and you so right about that because it's like
you have to see it from both sides. You can't only see it from you or just because you're mad. No, I could take as many spaces as I want. No, you have to give a time frame. I'm letting you do that because I can be that person like, no, we need to figure this out right now. You're not going nowhere. You know what I mean? You're not taking no space. We gotta figure it out right now. I could be like that, but no, I'm gonna see your perspective. I'm gonna let you take your space. And then we both come back and then like we have a calm conversation. And while you take that space, I'm calming my mind down. I'm not spiraling and having all these anxious thoughts, and that's how it should go.
It's so facts because it's like my girl, she was the same way. She was like, you taking all these space, you not communicate with me, and it's like really, bro, I'm really a nonchalant person. Like when I go through shit, I just put my barriers up. Like I'm just good.
A lot of men do that.
I'd rather be like cool to myself, but it's like one thing I do not like to see is when he is sad, crying, or even emotional. Like my girl, she tough as shit. Like she ain't no punk. She not soft. Like she tough as shit. But when it comes to me, she tough as shit. But she soft. She soft as hell. So it's like when I see shit like that, that's when I gotta remind myself like I gotta do better because like it doesn't matter what you got on the table or what you can bring to the table and like what type of person you are as a man.
You gotta bring her that emotional security.
Exactly.
I promise you, she'll be soft 24/7 if you give her that emotional security, and that communication. She will always be like that, She wouldn't have to put up that barrier because like when you walk away, it's like, well, then now I feel like I have to like pull back too. That makes you feel like, oh, this person don't care. He could just walk away from the conversation. Like he don't care about how I'm feeling, what I have to say. You know what I mean? So it's hard. It's definitely something that like both sides have to work on.
No, definitely. And like a lot of time people will be saying like y'all been together for how many long? Like it doesn't matter how long y'all been together, y'all still gonna have hiccups, y'all still gonna have problems, you feel me?
I'm not gonna lie, our relationship was toxic like the first like probably like 2-3 years, but I think we had to really like build that healthy relationship, really understand like the different like dynamics, like how I say he's avoidant and I'm anxious. Like that takes time to like learn, you know what I mean? And both partners like wanting to work on that, it really takes time to build, and I feel like a lot of people don't really give it a chance to work on it. Like some people be so quick to like just leave.
No, honestly, and it's hard, but
it is. It takes
hard.
work. It takes a lot of work. There's so many times where I'm just like, you know what? I'm about to just say fuck this relationship, bro.
Fuck it. I'm tired. Fuck it.
For real.
But it's like when you look at it, I love
this person though. I want to make it work. So
like, why not? Like you're not gonna find a lot of good people.
Exactly.
Like that. Like it's hard. I'm sorry, y'all ass out there. Y'all ass. I'm just sorry. Y'all are ass. I'll be real.
Like I'm saying, the dating pool is not it right now. So when you find a good one, bro, like hold tight because oh my gosh, it took me a couple of people to get to him. So I know I have a good one. I'm gonna, try to make this work.
No, definitely.
Yeah.
And if it don't work out, sometimes you need breaks. You feel me?
Yeah, yeah.
And nothing wrong with that. Sometimes you gotta focus on yourself. Sometimes she gotta focus on you feel me?
Yeah.
But at the end of the day,
if it's real, come back.
I always say that to
Yeah.
myself. I always say that to
If it's
myself.
meant
Like
to be, y'all will come back
when
together.
shit getting a little rocky, I tell myself if it's real, it's gonna come back. I'm gonna let it be in God's hands. But it's just crazy out here, man.
It is, for sure.
What do you feel like women go through that often get overlooked or misunderstood?
I feel like we have to manage the household. We have to be the best mothers, take care of the children. We have to build our careers, keep
Yeah.
up with our appearance, be emotionally stable and be soft and feminine at the same time. And I feel like nobody talks about how exhausting that can be.
Yeah.
It's like you feel like you have to be perfect 24/7. It's very hard to do that.
No,
When you have
honestly.
all that on your plate.
How do you manage it?
That's a good question. That is something I am still trying to work on. I feel like what helps me is just like creating schedules for myself, creating to-do lists and also making time for self-care too, so I can still stay in that like soft and feminine energy, but also having a balance of like the masculine energy too by, still getting stuff done. You don't want to be like too much in your feminine where like nothing is getting done and you're just like slacking with everything. But,
No, definitely.
just basically just having a balance. And I feel like I said, creating schedules and to-do lists and, like just breaking it up, like your responsibilities, like helps a lot. And just having self-care, just doing stuff that makes you happy, things that you enjoy to, don't like to keep you soft and not so like hard all the time. Just do, keep being, you know what I mean?
Definitely. I agree with that. Honestly, I feel like something that men get overlooked or misunderstood is our feelings. Like a lot of times we not always going to speak about how we feel or what's going on inside of us because it's like we don't want to be looked as weak, especially to our girls. Like sometimes we going to have them times where we're going to be vulnerable, shed a tear and like X, Y, and Z. But like most of the time, we're going to keep that shit all together. And I feel like that's not healthy for us at all because it create buildups. And like when the arguments happen between you and your lady, then you blow up and your lady get more than
all the time. I'm like, I feel like he starts to express himself when I express myself. And I tell him like, whenever you have a feeling come up, you can come to me and talk to me about it. Like, don't wait until now when I'm expressing myself, now you want to express yourself. Like, no, this is my time to express how I'm feeling. This came up for me. I'm expressing it right away. You waited like a week later to now tell me how you're feeling. And I really try to understand like where that came from. Like what about you? Do you know why men feel they can't open up and talk about how they're feeling? Like, is it how they're raised? I always think like maybe they're like, well, my boyfriend did tell me that his dad always said like, oh, don't cry. Like, you can't talk about your feelings. Like, that makes you like feminine and weak. So I feel like maybe that program has been instilled in your
with being a
minds.
counselor and like teaching things like exactly like what we're speaking about right now and just doing therapeutic work, a lot of time like for us as males, we don't grow up being sensitive to anything because like when you grow up, father gonna tell you not to cry at all, not to show no emotion. You cry, I'm gonna punch you. So we develop that type of skill where whenever we feel weak, whenever we feel like we want to cry, whenever we feel like we sad, we shut up because we don't want nobody to look at us as weak. We want to stay tough. We want to stay hard. And this create like a problem where it can lead to drugs or alcohol. Now you trying to use your emotion onto that. You trying to like numb it and rely to it and everything. And that just don't apply because it gonna feel good in a moment, in a second, but once that feeling is over, everything come back together, and that's when you gonna feel all that unwanted energy. So it's like
basically you guys leave it bottled up.
Exactly. And like with women, y'all grow up to y'all able to cry and show your emotion. That's why they be like women are very sensitive. Males would be very sensitive too if we was able to do that as a young child. But we wasn't. Like with me, when I have my own child, I'm gonna let him cry. I'm gonna let him show his feelings out. But one thing I won't let him do is be a crybaby. But just cause you're sad or upset doesn't mean you're soft or you're punk at all. Cause I just look at that. If I be hard on my child, say no, don't do this, don't do that, and he keep it all together, that's how alcohol and drug problems happen. That's how suicide happen. Like that's how a lot of things happen. And that's the reason why us males is the way we are, because that shit don't change and it gotta change.
I agree.
Cause it create mental health battles for us. So
but is definitely something that, you know, I feel like can be worked on.
Yeah.
Because not every woman, I feel, was able to express their feelings. Like me
Oh
personally,
no,
I feel like
definitely.
even though I'm a woman, I wasn't able to express my feelings growing up. Like,
Yeah.
you know, if I cried, oh, you'll get a beating, or like, you know, if your parent make you upset and, you know, you like start crying, they'd be like, oh, fix your face before we go out. You know what I mean? Like, I didn't even get a chance to even like process how I was feeling before we went out or something, or before, you know, like, so I feel like I had to kind of work on that myself and just constantly tell myself, you know, like, it's okay to be vulnerable and express how you're feeling, and, you know, just being open. So, you know, I just wish that men would feel the same way
No,
and like work
definitely.
on that.
Everybody don't have that partner where if they do show that way, sometimes you got them females who, you feel me, be like, crying right now? Oh, you a
crying for,
bitch. Like, what? Like, he's a bitch. Like,
yes.
sometimes that's the reason why guys don't really want to open up, because they don't want to look as weak or a bitch to their partner.
Yeah.
You feel me? And it's sad because it's really like that out here.
Yeah.
Like, it don't even really got nothing to do with the whole, I mean, the dad plays a part with like how you raise and everything about like you can't cry,
but women can contribute to it too.
a woman plays a major part. You can't be tough. It's a lot of, I got a lot of guys that I be talking to, they be like, yo, like, I can't be soft, I can't be tough. You feel me? The only way I get my emotion out if I'm talking to you and shit.
Yeah.
And I'm be like, damn, your girl, is that hard? Like, yeah, like, you feel me? And if you're a
I think
female
it's 'cause,
like
like
that,
not every female, you know, grow up being able to express their feelings. So
Exactly.
they also had to be hard too.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah, but I feel like everybody should be balanced, even men
Yes.
included too. Like, it should be a balance of feminine and masculine energy. I feel like all masculine energy is not good either, you know.
Yes.
You know, I feel like men should be able to be vulnerable and open, express how they feeling. Come, like, at the end of the day, we're, like, both genders is human.
Exactly.
Like, it's literally just a label. Like, you're labeled a man, I'm labeled a woman, but at the same time, like, we're both human. Like, we both have human emotions. Like, we both deserve to express them, you know, feel them. Like, that doesn't just go away just because you're a man.
Exactly.
So I feel like, it's wrong for a woman to make fun of like a guy for expressing his feelings. Like, I've never done that to my boyfriend, because I feel like we both deserve to, you know, express our feelings and, you know, get our thoughts out and stuff, you know.
It's the only right way.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like, I tell my girl, like, I don't want to be hard at times, especially with you. Like, I don't want to do all that extra shit. I'd rather be hard when I gotta really be hard. Like, I'd rather be chill, soft, like, be lovey-dovey, you feel me?
Yeah.
But crazy.
I just wish we could all be on the same page. But
nah, honestly.
we all just got learning to do.
Nah, definitely. What does self-worth mean to you, and how do you protect it? And was there a moment that made you realize how important self-worth really is?
Self-worth means to me is not proving myself to anybody. Not letting how people treat me determine my worth. My boundaries do. I protect my peace by person or place drains my energy. I just keep like a mental note, like, yeah, I'm not doing that again. I'm not surrounding myself around that person again. And honestly, like, protecting my peace is really, you know, protecting my worth. And yeah.
No, definitely. I feel like protecting my peace is so really important.
Yeah.
Because it's like, you not letting nobody come into your space at all with negative energy. What be bothering me a lot, like back then, I always used to look at people who I used to call my friends or my brother or whoever, you feel me? And like, I live off by loyalty. So if you move, if you cross me doing anything, I'm gonna just move against you.
Yeah.
And then a lot of times, I take shit to the grave. I'm not gonna tell nobody business at all. But when you go through a heated discussion with somebody or argument, a motherfucker spray your whole business out like it's nothing. You feel me? Or a motherfucker would do this shit with somebody but treat you on the left end, not doing nothing.
Yeah,
Expect you to do more, expect people to do less, but shine with them more and shine with you less. I can't. Nah, self-worth is so important, guys.
It's very important.
Like, invest into yourself more. Tell a motherfucker no. I can't give you shit. I'm broke. I'm good. I can't give you a ride. I don't got no gas. Like,
yes, I think your time and energy is probably your most valuable possessions over any material thing. Like, you have to protect that with everything, because, you know, you can't get your time back. Like, that energy, like, once you lose it, it takes some time to build back up. So you gotta really protect it.
No, honestly.
Everything in you.
What advice will you give to a young woman trying to build something for themselves, and what's the biggest lesson you learned while building your brand?
I think the biggest advice I would give to someone is don't wait until you're ready to start. Like, I think you should just start with what you have and, you know, go through the trials and tribulations. You know, there's going to be times where you make mistakes and, you know, you have self-doubt, but as long as you be consistent, that will get you further than anything, like further than confidence.
Yes.
You know, consistency and discipline has got me opportunities that nothing else has.
No, honestly.
Yeah.
No, that's deep.
Yeah.
I feel like advice that I can give to y'all is, it's like what you just said, you feel me? Do it, and you don't gotta do it when you feel like you're ready. Do it uncomfortable. Do it when you feel like you don't got nothing in order or nothing in place, because everything's just gonna come together. Like, to win with your brand and the way how you build it, you gotta be consistent. If you don't got the motivation, at least have the discipline, because when you don't got motivation but you got discipline, you gonna keep going no matter what. You gonna feel sluggish and not want to do shit at all. But as long as you telling yourself like, this is my goal, this is my plan, I'm trying to execute it, this is what I'm trying to do with the rest of my life, then all that is gonna matter to you. You don't need no motherfucking motivation. You feel me?
Right, yeah. Motivation is it's not reliable.
It's not.
Discipline and consistency is, you know, as long as you have those two, it will get you, you know, a lot further.
And everything, honestly. But thank you for coming on.
Of course. Thank you for having me.
Listen, I appreciate it. This is episode 9.